Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Happy Mother's Day weekend. Thank you so much for joining me today on Business Strategies and Tips with Lady L. Boy, do I have some exciting information to share with you over the next few days. We have our session today, we have a session tomorrow. Everybody, please enjoy your moms, your grandmoms, your aunties, your cousins, everybody that's a female that has impacted your life in some form or fashion on a level of a mother, mentor. Just be a blessing to them. Just go out and be nice to a woman, regard, especially a single parent, uh, our seniors, our elderly, our experienced, mature adults. There's one challenge I'm even giving myself, and I'm making it public. I'm going to look for a nursing home that I'm going to go visit and just spread some love to some moms, because sometimes, depending on family situations, we don't get to get they don't get to get the visitors from family, but hopefully this weekend they'll make an exception. But for those that may not, I just want to spread some joy. It was something that I did when I was living in New Jersey, and it just came in my spirit this morning. And I'm believing God that He'll take me to the perfect place to just spread some love, maybe read to them, or just give them a hug and just let them know that they were loved and appreciated, and that their life still has value and worth. That is so critically important to our wholeness and our completeness in God. And as people of God, that's what love we need to pour out. The only way people are going to see the reality of God is through us. So I challenge anyone today, or everyone, do something for another female this weekend. Yes, bless your families and enjoy one another, but give in another arena. Buy a woman her gas, or at least contribute to her gas, or contribute to a meal or a coffee or something. My community, the Magnet Exchange Group, we have been doing this now really this entire year, and even parts of last year, especially when the world opened back up, that we're able to just go out and be a blessing. We're supposed to show the love of God, and that's how people are going to know that God is real. So I challenge everyone to make sure that you're doing something this weekend for someone that you don't know, as well as those that you do. So, getting right into our topic, we are going to be discussing business credit. I know that's another hot button when it comes to businesses, finances. Finances, financial resources are one of the main staples of what people need to know and understand about how to obtain the resources that they need financially for their business. So we're going to start out just with some basic information, such as, what is business credit? Honestly, I really didn't start hearing about business credit till maybe 20 years ago, because we thought, unfortunate to say, we thought it was a cultural thing, that only certain cultures were allowed to get business credit. But no, if you know how to establish a legitimate business, or when you establish a legitimate business, that's when you become eligible to consider business credit. Business credit is a company's ability to buy something now and pay for it later. By establishing a good business credit rating, you make it easier to borrow money when your company needs it. It's parallel to personal credit. You have the abilities and benefits that when you keep a good credit rating, it affords you benefits. You get lower interest rates and perks that come with the resources that you're going to be using or considering to acquire credit. So now, for example, you could borrow $1,000 from a $5,000 credit line, and the lender will transfer the money into your account, your business account. Let's be clear. Then you will repay the $1,000 plus any interest, But if you pay for it early, you may can kind of get away with not giving all of the interest. But read the fine print, please, so that you understand what you are signing up for. But once you do, you can borrow up to the full 5 again. And of course you can borrow more, but we don't recommend going over 10, maybe 15% of your credit line, and just keep the payments flowing so that it just keeps up a good credit rating. Sometimes you may have to do a little bit more, but you need to make sure that you are in a financial position, your business is bringing in the cash flow, the revenue to put to that. And we can talk about some other things, because there are some business investments that a business can make that can assure those types of payments. What is business credit good for? Having access to business credit is the lifeline for a business. It enables you to obtain the capital you need to expand your business, to cover day-to-day expenses, to purchase inventory, maybe to hire additional staff, and allows you to conserve the cash on hand to cover your cost of doing business. I can't stress that enough. It allows you to conserve the cash on hand to cover your cost of doing business. When you have a system of cash flow and you're able to use credit to aid in the reserve of your cash flow, then you have a working system that will always keep your business afloat. Now, how do you get business credit? How do you obtain business credit? Well, number one, the foundation of what we've been talking about now for the past 5 weeks, establish your business entity as a separate entity from your personal business, personal life. That is critical. You can visit my YouTube page, Lady Vern, Ladyverne, and we have some of those sessions that discuss how to go about developing your business entity. Register for Dun & Bradstreet, or AKA Duns. You're given a number, and that kind of opens the door for you into the credit world. It's like the Better Business Bureau. Duns is like the Better Business Bureau for credit. That's the best way I can describe it. That can kind of give you a connection. Open up a business bank account. Make on-time payments. When you acquire business credit, make on-time payments. Know the difference between your statement date and your bill due date. That's critical. That's the difference between being early and being late. Ask vendors to supply trade references to Dun & Bradstreet. When you've been given the opportunity to acquire business credit, make sure that it's reporting to the business credit bureaus, and we'll talk about that on some other calls, so that you are establishing a good credit track record. And then monitor your business credit scores and ratings. Just like you check your bank balances every day to see what's going on, make sure you're minding your business with your credit scores, making sure that you are getting good data on your credit reports for your business as well as your personal. Now, just to go through a couple of different types of business line credit. There's probably multiple business lines of credit, but some of the core is your traditional secured business line of credit. A secured business line of credit relies on collateral. Traditional unsecured business line of credit, where you have established a credit line for your business. You've made your payments on time, you set up correctly, and you can move from a secured, especially if you're a brand new business or a business that's under 5 years, you may end up starting out with secured or a small line of credit. It depends, but if you would like to know more about that, you can visit mindfulnesscreations.com, magnetexchangegroup.com, and schedule an appointment for Success Beyond Strategz, Strategz.com, and we will assist you with that. There's also real estate lines of credit for those that are interested in flipping homes or Airbnbs. There's a line of credit specifically for the real estate industry. Business credit card. When you establish a simple business credit card, maybe through your bank, that you have your business accounts, that's one way of starting. So these are just some ground floor information of how to get some things going. We're going to be going over different topics for the next week, starting tomorrow as well, regarding business credit. So stay tuned. People that you know that are in business, please let them know that we're going to be talking about the business credit subject so that we can all have prosperous, wealthy, healthy businesses financially. With that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day, everyone who is a mom or a mom to other people, maybe not having been a biological mom, but you've been a mom. You've been a blessing to so many people over the years. We want to salute you. We want to say we love you. We appreciate you all. We appreciate all the moms, the grandmoms, the great grandmoms. If you still have your mom here with you, please bless her. Hey, take a plane ride, train ride, whatever you got to do. But let's appreciate people while they are here. Give them their flowers now. Don't put them on their grave, and that's the only time you give them flowers. Give them their flowers now. Flowers of your love, flowers of your time, your attention, your tempo, everything that you could possibly give. Let's start sharing to that on this weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye for now.